Pakistan is facing an unprecedented spell of deadly snowfalls and rains. At least 45 people have died, including children. There are questions around the preparedness of the government for this climate change affecting the most vulnerable population of Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. To discuss this, we have been joined by Rumina Khurshid Alam, who is Coordinator to Prime Minister on Climate Change and Environmental Coordination. Thank you so much for being with us today, Rumina. Could you kindly elaborate on the specific measures that the government is taking to rehabilitate the effects of these torrential rains and snowfalls in Balochistan and KP?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and thank you very much, Zunaira, for calling me on this show, because I think media is one of the important forum which through this forum we can raise our voices and we can tell the words for the awareness as well towards the people. Well, getting back to the subject, when you said about the floods and the current situation, we all know that Pakistan is on the receiving end, and of course I don't want to go into the repetition of that, but you know, that is one of the very important thing, is that the coordination among the provinces, because you know, after the 18th Amendment, few things have been devolved to, most of the things have been devolved to the provinces, but on this specific, issues, we are looking forward towards more stronger coordination and how to get the things towards the betterment. And for that matter of fact, I'm sure you knew that day before yesterday, the Honorable Prime Minister has made the committee as well, and getting back on the subjects, of course, NDMA and the Ministry of the Climate Change under the leadership of the Mr. Mia Muhammad Shehbaz Sharif, we all were trying our level best to do whatever for the betterment of the country and for the people as well.
Well, there is a report in front of me from Amnesty International, and they concluded it by saying that Pakistan needs a very organized and operational rehabilitation assistance program. Where are we on that formulation of the board for getting the fund out of the COP28 resilient fund that we had once Mr. Bilawal Bhutto was foreign minister? Are we done with the board formulation, or there are still hiccups in that?
When you talk about the hiccups, like, well, I'll tell you that as I've told you that recently the Honorable Prime Minister has made the committee as well, and you know, there are some challenges, but they were the challenges in the past, but now I think our stance is very much clear, and whatever, if the small hurdles will come, definitely they're going to be sorted out in a very proper way. And when we talk about the losses or the funds about, of course, the losses were being great, unfortunate, a great number of the losses. But now, obviously, when you said about the organized mechanism, I just wanted to show you that we all are on one page, because, of course, it's a matter of a country, and we all are definitely working strongly. And as National Disaster Management, along with them, you know, early warning systems, how we can work along with the provinces, what sort of the needs are being there. So we all are on one page, and we are trying our level best to get the things done in an organized way and try to face those challenges, which are, although either in the past, of course, what we have learned a lot. So now in the coming days as well, we are trying our level best to, you know, get more things organized, more in a better way and new way.
Well, Rumina, we all know that Pakistan's contribution to the carbon footprint and greenhouse gases emission is 0.9%. Yet we are the most vulnerable country. And no country like Pakistan can deal with this kind of a non-traditional threat on its own. Can you elaborate on how the UN is helping us, or how the rest of the world is helping us?
Well, to be very honest, I think it's always one need to be strong on our grounds. Like, I would really like to tell that when you talk about the PDM times, when we were facing that huge challenge, that time as well, the Parliament and the government all were like, everyone has played a great role in that, and everybody tried their best, that we should all need to get all the, not only the attention to get the things done for the country and to make the world to get on page, not only on that one stage, that they should be contribute because not in the form of the aid. I believe that we all know those countries, those developed countries who are being the greatest
contributors to all
this vulnerability. Yeah, contributors and those who made us the vulnerable, who brought us in this position where we become the vulnerable countries.
Absolutely.
I think now it's a time for them. As being a country, we always raise our voices, and I truly believe that we are not looking for aid, Zunaira, we are looking for the trade, and that's the right of these countries who are becoming vulnerable because of these countries. And of course, when it's come to the UN, whatever the part is, UN is, doing. But I believe that this region needs to be more stronger, because we cannot mix apples with the oranges, or it's not like a tablet or Panadol tablet that everybody should get one tablet and the same. For this matter, the solutions should be go towards the region-wise, and we are looking for those solutions. I'm trying together, because Honorable Prime Minister, this subject is obviously, this is not only the subject. This is a matter of a fact which is very much important and alarming. We all are trying our level best to get the world's best people for this cause, and to engage them and to get the best expertise. Either it's a carbon footprint, either it's the whatever the issues or the challenges, that how we have to sort it out. And I'll make sure I will try my level best, because I don't say that this is me or it's only 1 or 2 person. This is for all, because this nature is belong to everyone. And it's not a subject now for one country, because whoever is going to do something wrong, the impact of that thing is going to be for others as well, or others also have to serve. So I believe strongly, Zunaira, that this is now a time. It's now or it's never. We have to stand up for each other. Until and unless we'll wait that somebody will come, or maybe they're gonna do something, that times are being history. Now we have to raise the voices in a proper way, and in which I believe that Alhamdulillah, Pakistan is doing great. We have done in the previous COP as well, and inshallah in this coming time as well, we are looking for the best. And I believe in one thing, that we need trade, not aid, and we want the things to be done in a right way, and people should know that who are the responsible for this. They can't, I believe that they should not, in my opinion. I strongly believe that now it's their time. It's a high time for them to, to contribute, not only contribute, because I think it's their duty to do that as well.
You're absolutely spot on that, because you have to phrase the things right, first of all. And the climate justice is the right way to put it, because we are the victim here. We have not been contributing that much of the carbon emission and everything that has brought all these torrential rains and snowfalls on us. So do you think that there is still a need to sensitize the world of the effects that Pakistan is getting of their doings? And also, internally speaking, we also need to sensitize our own people, our own policy makers, to focus more on this climate change mantra that is usually considered till now something very cosmetic.
Well, to be very honest, Zunaira, this is not cosmetic. This is now something I call that it's in a very serious very serious situation. It's a threat, and it's all the time a threat, which is like we are in the emergency situation, because nothing is like you can't predict anything. Situations are very much unpredictable, and this is something when you talk about the policymakers. I just wanted to tell you that in the previous, like in the PTM times, we had the Parliament hosted IPU conference of Asia region, which I hosted, and in which we have put that thing into the stance that now it's a time to stand for each other, and we have done the lobbying to sensitize this issue. And not only the sensitization is the issue, because now this is at the same time when our country Pakistan was suffering from the floods, and another country suffering from like other region, you can say, was suffering from the drought. So everything is very much there. So now we are talking about, for the policymakers, I would really like to show you that everyone is on the page. And in fact, we are constituting one along with a few people. We are making an international parliamentarian green climate caucus, in which one should support each other, because without this you can't get further solutions. We need to do the lobbying, we need to do the negotiation with those countries who are the main people. You have used the word of the climate justice. of course we believe that, because, when you talk about your right, for that right, you need to be right as well, and you need to pitch how the way the things are. So for that, very much, I would really like to ensure that the policymakers are still on one page, but the most important thing when we talk about our public, when we talk about our people, it's very little, not little, it's unfortunately, something when we talk to few people, they've not much aware. Like I really through your program, I would really like to, convey this message to the people that, it does not mean that we are not the contributors, like we are the vulnerable, but still if we are on the receiving end, but still we should not become the part of that, to make it more vulnerability, to go toward the vulnerability by using the plastics, by using those things which are harmful, and by,
for the planet.
we are not, for the planet. So I think I believe that the Earth Day, which was being, I don't use the word of celebrated, that, but the 22nd April, which was the Earth Day, and that been observed, but sometimes few people said that, okay, we are celebrating this word, we are celebrating nature, but
that
today
is why,
we had a Magla,
that is why
Magla
I think that we have talked about the international community.
I just want to say, one thing.
Go ahead.
No, just one thing, Zunaira.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that, just today we had on Magla Hills, we had a marathon as well. So these sort of the activities which we are planning, but more important is to save this nature. When we say that we are celebrating nature, I think now it's a time that we need to think that is the nature is happy with us? No, it's not. The nature is sad from us. So now is our time to pay our responsibility, because if the planet is not going to be in the good position, how we can survive, and what we are doing for our coming nations. So I think that's the high time that every single person should be on one page. Other than the differences, we need to be strengthen each other. We need to strengthen the country.
Well, you have our platform always available to you whenever you need it, and we can do it in a very collaborative way. Thank you so much, Ruma, for joining us